A 14-year-old boy from a small southern town in America once moved to a big city carrying nothing but huge dreams and an unbreakable spirit. He had no money, only the fire in his heart and a promise to himself. One day, I'll become a successful man. I'll run my own business. He took on odd jobs, worked day and night, and slowly climbed his way up. Years passed. That boy turned into a 30-year-old man. When he looked back, he saw a trail of sweat, struggle, and sacrifice. But it had all paid off. He now owned 4 small factories and had built a respectable life. Feeling stable and content, he decided it was time to settle down. He married a kind woman, and a year later, they were blessed with a beautiful daughter. Life felt perfect. Every night, he thanked God for everything he had: love, success, and a family. But fate had other plans. At 40, he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. He was devastated. The news hit him like a truck. I've worked so hard, built so much, earned so much. What's the point now? He thought. More than his own life, he worried about his 9-year-old daughter. She's so young. How will she manage? Will she ever understand the value of what I've built? He didn't know how much time he had left, but he knew he had to prepare her, not just for life, but for leadership. One morning, he called his daughter into the room. She looked at him with wide, curious eyes. "Sweetheart," he said, "today I have a challenge for you. Will you take it?" "Yes, Daddy," she smiled. "What do I have to do?" He handed her a large box. "You can't open it yet. Take it outside. You have 3 hours. Your mission is to take what's inside and return with something more valuable." She struggled to carry the box. It was bulky and heavy for her small arms, but she managed. Outside, when she opened it, she found raw cotton. She was confused. "What can I do with this?" Then she remembered something from school. Cotton can be spun into thread. She walked to a nearby seamstress in town and politely asked, "Ma'am, could you please spin this cotton into thread for me? I don't have money, but it's for a challenge from my daddy." The elderly seamstress, touched by her innocence and charm, smiled warmly. "Of course, baby." She spun the cotton into fine white thread and gave it back without asking for a thing. The little girl ran home and said proudly, "Daddy, I turned the cotton into thread. It's worth more now, right?" Her father smiled. "Yes, you've done well, but there's still more to learn." The next morning, he called her again. Another challenge, same box, make it worth even more. She opened the box and found the same thread she had gotten the day before. What can I do now?" she wondered. After thinking hard, she had an idea. She took the thread to a local tailor. "Sir," she said, "I don't want all of it back. Just please use some of this thread to sew me a simple handkerchief." The tailor, charmed by her determination, agreed. He made a beautiful white handkerchief and even embroidered her name in the corner. She took it home, excited. Her father was impressed. "That's clever! You've added even more value." But he wasn't done teaching. The next morning, he gave her 4 handkerchiefs and said, "Now, I want you to increase the value 5 times. Think hard." She left the house, thinking deeply. Then it clicked. She walked into a local boutique run by a black woman known for supporting young creators. "Ma'am," she said, "these handkerchiefs are handmade. Would you be willing to turn them into something more special? Maybe package them with your brand and sell them?" The woman looked into the girl's eyes and saw not just innocence, but potential. She agreed. She pressed, folded, and packed the handkerchiefs into elegant boxes, labeling them as limited edition, handcrafted by young local talent. She handed 4 boxes back to the girl. The little girl returned home, her heart pounding with pride. "Daddy," she said, "these handkerchiefs were just plain before. Now they're boutique packaged, and the store sells them for $20 each." Her father, lying weakly in bed, smiled the widest smile of all. "You've done it," he whispered. "You've learned what it takes to grow something from nothing. You're ready." From that day forward, after school, the daughter began helping her father in the office. She sat through meetings, learned about budgets, and slowly began to understand the heartbeat of the business. Moral of the story: business is about multiplication. It's not about how much you have. It's about what you do with what you have. Cotton, thread, handkerchiefs, boutique packages, each level added value, just like life. Value comes from transformation. Raw cotton had no meaning until it became thread. The thread became something useful, and the handkerchief became something desirable. Likewise, you must evolve to increase your worth. Success is about mindset, not age. That little girl didn't know the business world, but she had curiosity, courage, and creativity. That's all it takes to begin. If you like this story, share it with someone who needs a reminder that no matter where you start, growth is always possible, especially when it's done with love, purpose, and a little imagination.